That's all.
I'm all good.
That's all, folks. Oh, we got all right plum sauce for the.
Yes.
We shouldn't eat wheat, but here we are eating wheat.
Mm-hmm.
At least we're splitting a meal.
Yeah.
Let's not hog, okay? Though, Martin, you have a really bad habit of hogging.
Hey,
Hi, Shane.
It's the Eating with Christina and Martin hour again.
Yeah, really. You don't need your chopsticks yet.
I didn't need them. Yeah.
Wow, these are in interesting shape today.
Good. Loaded.
Well, look at this one.
It's crumpled.
Which do you want? Loaded or crumpled?
It doesn't matter to me. Hey, Vince.
Careful how you answer.
Hey, Vince. How are you doing?
Honey, how you doing?
So sorry to hear.
Oh my God, I'm on COVID here. I'm on my haircut. Damn God.
Oh yeah, did we get a reply?
No.
Help? I think you meant hello, right?
No help.
I need somebody help, not just anybody. Here we are being very bad people.
You don't see this. Figment of your imagination.
Mm-hmm. These are not the egg rolls I was looking for.
Vince, how you doing, honey? The beach is getting chilly, so we won't be down here long, but it was getting very frustrating. We discovered somehow that, that person who's supposed to be helping us with the store, a whole bunch of things have been deleted. And it looks like she's deleted them somehow and changed a whole bunch of settings. So, we took things into our own hands and spent most of today trying to fix it.
Okay, so far I'm trying to stay strong now. Hapjacking up. I don't want to go on Facebook. Just try restarting your browser or your app.
We'll have to restart our brains now. Yeah, Vince, I saw your Instagram earlier today.
Yeah. Hope everyone's
never
keeping
easy.
It together. Yeah. I know when my dad passed a little over a year ago, he was in a hospital bed for about a month, and we're just waiting and waiting, counting the days. So sometimes it's a bit of relief. Sometimes it's, overall it's sad.
But it happens.
Everyone who sent heartfelt condolences to my family, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Definitely much love to you and your family.
So it was super sunny yesterday. It's not today. Here.
Oh, it's a nice view. It's very British looking.
It is very British, isn't it? Kind of fun. So, of course, if we wind up in this place in North Toronto, we'll be further away because the lake is at the south end of the city. And on the other side, there's the U.S. So
round two, trying again. Okay.
Okay. But as I was saying to a friend of mine, a friend out in BC today, that it took a little while to re-get used to the fact that this water doesn't have salt in it. Like, it's not salt water; it's fresh water.
Sent the cookies. Awesome.
Yay! Yay, cookies. Didn't grab forks, huh? The fried rice is always difficult to eat with chopsticks.
Try to throw them back in the car.
Nah, we'll struggle.
2 minutes.
I like how you say manage, I say
struggle manage. How do we eat it? One grain at a time.
So yeah, we really need fresh air because we're really frustrated about this whole online store thing.
So I just didn't want to keep holding it inside. I had to get this out of my chest. Yeah.
No, completely fair. Completely fair.
Yeah, sometimes grief is one of the worst things to keep inside you.
Mm-hmm.
These egg rolls look so good.
I know, they're wrong though.
They're terrible
That's
for
it.
us.
No more gluten for the rest. Well, we gotta have our fortune cookies.
Okay.
We'll pay for it. We'll pay for it. I'm gonna bring this over here a second.
see it. Random people. Hey, Edward, how are you?
Hi, Edward.
Off to a Zoom meeting. Awesome. See random people walking around, enjoying the semi decent weather.
Well, we're Canadian. We can take it. This is just what we're used to, right? This is this is actually pretty good. You know. But when you're stuck on that computer and you're frustrated, but Martin talked to our server and figured out the whole DNS thing, so that things should redirect. You shouldn't have to. There won't be a forward. It'll actually operate. And we discovered that the person who was assigned to us was, I don't know if she was like just not having a good day or something, but yeah, she changed a whole bunch of things. So we changed it all back. So I don't know. I think she took on too many clients, is my opinion.
Could be, yeah. So we're still in the process of fixing everything, but Shane, this is Lake Ontario in front of us. And just on the other side of the lake is New York State, which today you can't see because it's a little bit overcast and dismal.
Yeah, when you're higher up, like when you're up on the bluffs out in Scarborough, or when you're downtown, like up the CN Tower or whatever, you can see across the lake. But it's big enough that, the little bit of cloud coverage, and you can't see anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the U.S. on the other side, which is on the other side of that water. That's how close we are. Okay. But yeah, on that online store, Vince, we're all going to have to be patient. I'm not happy with the company.
There's a whole bunch of product listings missing.
Completely deleted. So I have to restart on them. Hi, Walter.
Nice peaceful afternoon / early evening down by the lake.
So yeah, I'm not happy, especially since, we did the whole broadcast with you guys yesterday, and we're so excited to get it
roll
up
out the store, and there's a whole bunch of stuff missing.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff missing, and she's like, "Oh, I deleted it. I haven't seen it since." Yeah. I mean, her and I finished the page.
Yeah, she's claiming you deleted it. Yeah.
She's claiming I deleted everything. I'm like, I haven't even been back to it since then. So yeah, they're asking us for a review of their people, and I'm like, well, that's my government. Like, that's government money going to them from my taxes, and. So yeah, and she wants to fix it all, and she wanted access to our server, and I'm like, no, you know what, honey? No, no. Martin and I will now struggle. So there are a bunch of things we won't be able to get done because we now have to focus on this, whereas they were supposed to focus on it for us. But it is what it is, and we deserve that store.
Yeah. Well, the company, I mean, we're not sure if it's the company or not, or just the individual, right? But the program is provided by the federal government, so.
It's possible that just more people were hired and they weren't the best. So we probably got one of those casual ones that just came in for the government program. So they probably didn't get any proper, interview or anything.
Texas is open 100%, including masks and businesses. We're in what's called gray lockdown right now. So most stores are now able to open, but at 25% customer capacity. Restaurants still can't open for in-house dining. They can only do takeout and delivery still. But yeah, masks are still mandatory anywhere indoors. Look, people walking around.
Yeah, people crosses.
Yes, Dawn.
Yes, Dawn. Yesterday we were walking around in t-shirts.
Yeah.
A little chillier today because the cloud coverage all day.
Hey, Lorena. How are you?
Wow. And a lot of people do not believe that that's a lake.
Yeah. For those this is insane. Yeah. For those just joining us, this is Lake Ontario in front of us. This is the beaches in Toronto.
Again, a lot of old houses in this neighborhood.
They walk like Canadians, though.
How do you walk like a Canadian?
I mean, we know how to walk like an Egyptian. I've been in t-shirts for months.
Oh, yeah, rub it in, Shane. Thanks. Yeah. Hey. Yeah, we need fresh air because we've been on the computer all day. It was just driving us nuts.
Yeah, it was really nice to be at the lake from here.
We have to redo half our store. It's like, sorry. I interrupted you.
That's okay. That's a very important thing. We got to redo half of our store because our designer that was assigned to us lost a bunch of stuff and won't claim any responsibility for it.
It does look like the ocean. A lot of people don't believe this is a lake.
Yeah.
but you can't. There's no salt in the air, so it took a little while when we moved back here to kind of
Get
for
readjusted to that.
to not taste salt every day and actually put salt in our food because we got so used to having salt in our mouth.
Go sailing. Oh, it's funny. Even
You
in
might
the
be wearing pants.
even in the
Might,
winter
you're
and the
not
colder
sure.
weather, you'll see
Look down.
little borders out there. There's nobody out there right now. It's getting a little bit too late in the day.
And it's kind of chilly.
We just have to know somebody with a boat.
It's been so long since I've gone
I know.
sailing. It's been really long.
I'm sailing away. So we're waiting to hear from this kitten foster. There's a fuzzy kitten. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my God, honey, you're gonna have 2 kittens. I mean, having a cat and a kitten is one thing, but 2 kittens, you are gonna have your hands full.
You get your fries unsalted. Yeah. But it's better to be able to control. You know?
Yeah, but we've developed such a craving after breathing salt in the air for so many years. Yeah.
Mhm.
We've developed such a craving for it now. So the food doesn't have much salt in it. Well, the air doesn't have much salt here. So you can have like a ton of salt in the food and your body still craves it. It's horrible.
Right now the air's got road salt in it.
Yeah, that's true.
But even that's getting better because we haven't had any snowfall in a couple of weeks.
Well, you can see there's like no snow. Like the grass is obviously dead because it's not spring yet. But
The
yesterday,
parking lot still have piles of snow, but are you a Brit? I think she actually means chips. She sent us some unsalted tortilla chips in the mail from Texas.
yeah, because
a few weeks ago.
we're supposed to cut down on salt. It's like our bodies are craving it, but we're supposed to cut down on it. It's horrible. But at least we can taste our salt in our food as opposed to the air.
Mm-hmm. A senior cat and a baby kitten before. It felt like a senior home and a daycare.
Oh my God.
All rolled up into one. Yeah. Who needs more care and attention?
Yeah, really.
Shane would like to be Canadian. Yeah, definitely.
Honey, I tell you, figure it out. You know where we are.
When things lift again. Come on up for a visit.
We'll happily have Shane back.
So you've had all yours now?
I assume so. I haven't even keeping track or anything. There's a lot of rice.
There's always a lot of rice.
These cheap little Chinese places, so much rice. Let's turn this back around. We figured you guys would have gotten sick of watching us eat. Yeah, I love mushrooms. I know. You know.
Yeah. Well, isn't that always the problem?
There's always a way around it, right? We can't let COVID keep us down, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We really can't. Chopsticks and fried rice. This was a mistake, honey.
I know, right?
Chopsticks and steamed rice, yeah. But fried rice?
I have to go for. I didn't put any.
I told you. I told you. Go for it.
You told me. Yeah,
I did.
you told me.
I did tell you.
Yep. Do I have to run to the car and get some forks?
So yes, we wanted to quickly get on while we were eating outdoors and basically say sorry. We're gonna have to do the whole, store release thing again. But the COVID costume contest thing is gonna go ahead no matter what.
So yeah, we'll do a rollout part 2 when we got all the glitches worked out.
Wishes. Yes. Yes. Stop up at the Trader Joe's before you come over the border.
That's right.
Seriously, folks, the nice thing about most Canadians, make friends with Canadians if you want to visit Canada. Make friends with Canadians that are close to the border, because most of us are. And we'll come down and pick you up. Don't spend the extra money to fly over the border. Just don't. It's not worth it. Just fly to the other side and let us come pick you up. We did it all the time with friends. Like, we pick them up in Seattle. And here it's like, Buffalo's got a half decent airport.
I tried living in Fungi, but there wasn't much room.
Nice.
Have to go because video kills my phone. And
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Love ya.
Yeah, screen time, right?
Miss ya. Take you guys for a bit of a walk when we're done.
I'll meet you in Buffalo. Exactly, yeah. Buffalo's about a 2-hour drive from here.
Yep. And that way you get to drive into Canada, or, from Niagara Falls, and if you fly out from Buffalo, right? We go down, we spend a day in Niagara Falls, and you take an evening flight. Makes life a lot easier and cheaper. Because once you come into Canadian airspace, it's so expensive.
Yeah. Why Southwest? Yeah. I guess they have pretty decent rates, do they? Or Southwest Airlines?
Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of times too, it's like that's how we go to American locations. So we'll drive over. We'll have friends drive us over the border.
No, this is it. That's what Christina and Ed did back in 2010, going to New Orleans.
New Orleans.
I drove them down to Seattle, to SeaTac Airport, and they flew to New Orleans from there.
Mm-hmm. Made sense. And so much cheaper.
Yeah. Same when we went to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
We got driven down to Seattle. And
Yeah, drove us down.
Ed drove us in with our car.
We wrote a letter so the border wouldn't, breathe down his neck.
Whose car is this and why are you driving it?
Well, you see, the problem is not, going over into the other country. The problem is always coming home.
Mm-hmm. Took an international cab from Buffalo to Toronto. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Now we'll come get you.
Yeah, we're better than an international cab.
I think it was an excuse to go for a day, drive or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I'm designing the packaging for my paper product. I just ordered a swatch book of the homes from Reich Paper. All right.
Nice. Vellum.
Does Reich Paper make rice paper? Sorry.
Are you suggesting that he do edible products next?
Yeah, really.
Oh, no napkins this time.
Oh, no.
I mean, I love my cheap little goof. Place is called the Goof. Well, it's its nickname. It's originally Garden Gate, but some of their sign burnt out. And they got a sign outside saying good food. But because some of their sign, a neon sign, but because some of it's burnt out, it says the Goof, and they just never changed it because that's what they became known as. They just left it alone.
Even to a point where you type in the map app, you type the Goof, and it gives you Garden Gate Restaurant.
Yeah, the Goof Toronto, and you'll get the Garden Gate Restaurant. Okay, it's the last week we eat for the last week we eat for at least a week.
For at least
a
week. The last week
we eat for at least a week. Yes.
We need a proof of passport.
Oh, nice.
That was before that was needed.
Hi, Desiree. So much love as well. We need fresh air. That's why we thought we'd say hi to you guys, because our whole online store now thing is practically started from scratch. We spent most of today arguing over the computer with various people. So we had to get out. We thought, well, we're out here. We might as well do a haps. Okay, I'm not eating my cookie until I know what my fortune is.
Absolutely, yeah. Don't want to make it come true if it's when you don't get it. What do we got? What do we got?
You'll accomplish more if you start now. All right, let's go.
Great. Happy International Bagpipe Day. That's
right.
Hey, it is
sweet.
And sweet. Dawn just popped in Inside Out, so he didn't even mention it. Happiness surrounds your events this week. All right then.
These are lame this time.
I know, really.
We're eating wheat. Yeah. We're gonna hurt our stomachs a little.
Yeah.
Which is why we have no more after this, right?
Exactly.
For lame fortunes.
Lame fortunes. Well, at least they're not bad fortunes. They're just lame fortunes.
Isn't a lame fortune a bad fortune?
No.
Here, put my lame fortune in your pocket.
My lame pocket?
Paperboard will have a cutout with vellum window. Ooh. Product is visible. Nice.
Very cool.
Nice.
Garbage receptacle. Later.
Over there's a standard garbage down the boardwalk. I think. I see the edge of something that looks like a garbage can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Carefully tie this because there's rice all over the handles.
Do we take them for a little walk?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Oh, the chill is making my nose chilly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do it. Right. When someone's music is louder than their engine.
I know, right?
Hey guys, let's go for a walk.
Go for a stroll. It's funny. It's getting darker here, but the sky looks a lot lighter in the on the broadcast camera than it does in real life.
It's a good camera.
This is a good camera.
All right.
Oh, you're born and raised in Minnesota, didn't you?
Oh, hey. Currently in Nashville.
Tennessee.
He's not a snowbird. Snowbirds are Canadians. They go all the way south every year.
Yep.
Ahoy there.
Facebook future. I bet it's
Red
I
eye.
bet it's red eye.
Texan born and raised, but she doesn't talk like a stereotypical Texan,
No.
which I'm very grateful for, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Very, very grateful for. Here, turn the camera around. I loved that Anne Murray. You don't love it anymore?
Which?
The Anne Murray song, Snowbirds.
Oh.
You know, if you play it backwards, it says the Canadians are coming.
Canadians are coming.
I'm just about to ask about why you're lighter than here. That's the camera. It's just a camera.
Yep.
Sociable mates celebrate. Spring is here. I think we mean spring. I think we mean spring. What's the stream about? Walks. The stream right now is about just hanging out because we spent all day working on our online store because the company that's supposed to be helping us with it screwed up, and we did the release yesterday, and
a whole bunch of our products are not there on the store.
yes, so Martin's gonna go toss in the garbage. So yeah, things are missing on the store. Things are changed around. Some pages that should have been gone are there, and vice versa. So since we did a release on HAPS yesterday, and by the way, if you're not already on HAPS, join us on HAPS. Martin, what's the HAP address?
happs.tv/invite. That's INVITE /
CAR, CARR.
Hunger, HUNGER.
So you go. But yes, since we were on HAPS yesterday, and so proud of our online store, we thought if we're going to come and get some fresh air, we better have a lovely chat with our Hapster friends and say, we are sorry that yesterday we said that everything was fine. Apparently it is not. It doesn't mean you cannot order from the store, but there's product missing. So if you want something really badly that's on there, do it now. And we're also trying to make the postage thing work better. So tomorrow we may be on the square.
Without having to upgrade our account or anything.
Yeah, we may have to get some online help from Square itself. We call Yankee snowbirds here. Really? Interesting. You've been drinking, huh? I'm proud of you. Yeah, snowbird was originally a in response to Canadians who go down to Florida all the time. You know, every time.
Winter in Florida.
Yeah, the very first sign of winter, they head down south. So that's where the term originally came from.
It's usually retired people.
Please don't forget 3 S's: share, subscribe, and sponsor. Thank you, Vince, and of course, very soon again, shop. Here, go on down here.
They've built these little stone breakwaters to kind of
keep the beach
protect some of the beach area. Just trucked in piles of stone.
But
it's all natural sand.
If you look in the distance there is a CN Tower.
It's just over here.
Yeah. You can just see it in the distance. Well, I gotta go. Hang on a sec, guys. I gotta go further down. Yes, it is. Martin's right. I can't get a focus on it at all. All right. Let's try again.
There it is.
Kind of.
The big
behind the
green
trees.
It's zoomed, yeah. You just see it blinking.
No, if you come on over to HAPS, you will see there is more audience. There is 71 at the moment. And last night we had a few hundred because of the whole release of our store that is no longer released.
I mean, it's there.
It's there, but
it's incomplete thanks to our web designer that screwed up.
But because you are not on the same app as everyone else, you can't see their comments. You can only hear our voice.
So come on over to HAPS and you'll be able to see what everyone else is saying.
Until Sunday when the clocks change and it will be already dark. Yeah.
That's right. That's this weekend, isn't it?
The CN tower
Spring
is a
forward.
scene tower.
Is a scene tower.
Scene tower. Scene
It's
tower.
barely seen.
Barely seen, yeah. So I am tempted to get like frozen yogurt ice cream on the way home. I don't know why I'm craving it. Oh, don't tell me you are too, huh? Oh my God, there's gluten-free graham crackers at if we go to the right store. So some people still have their Christmas lights up. Look at that.
I know, yeah. Isn't that funny?
One of my Facebook friends has got her wreath outside, like her Christmas wreath outside her window, and her front window, and birds have decided to make a nest in it. So she was saying that she can't put it away now. Enjoy your walk. Thank you. Be careful, Christina. Pay attention to your surroundings. Don't do another face plant. No ice. No ice. So maybe it has gotten too dark to do this here. Do we want to just get in the car and go a little longer?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's go back to the car and go a little longer. But thank you, Vince. Yes. And you see, the boardwalk is an actual boardwalk here. It's wood. And it's long. It's very, very long. In BC, they don't do the actual wood boardwalks. Don't know why. Down in Steveston, they've got like that high, whatever, it's a compound, it's wooden, and
it's like plastic composite.
Plastic,
I think they tried a section of the boardwalk here with that.
I've been seeing you in all the old familiar places. Ha ha ha. He's on a roll tonight. Walter's really on a roll tonight. So we got the Ontario flag up there.
That's
Oh,
that's
no, hold on. That's the Toronto flag.
That's the Toronto flag.
That weird stylized T.
Which is also supposed to sort of represent the two towers of the City Hall.
If it'll straighten itself out.
It's already a little frayed on the edges.
You're afraid not?
Right now? Afraid so.
You know what I wondered about Vancouver? What did you wonder about Vancouver? So I want Christina to be careful. Yes, it's true.
Luckily, no ice.
No ice. No ice. I grew up walking this boardwalk. Again, something Martin didn't really do because he lived in this small town. Check this out, guys. Someone decorated this tree
In the park.
and it's in the park and it's still decorated. So not the city, just someone decorated this tree.
The local residents.
See, some of these houses, like that big house over there, they were once estate houses. And there was large chunks of property between them way back when. But now there's all this stuff in between them. So you forgot what you were going to say, Shane. What did you wonder about Vancouver? You were saying there was something you wondered about Vancouver. Hi, Chris. We're going back to the car where it's warmer. It got really chilly really fast.
Yeah, the sun drops. I mean, it was kind of overcast most of the day.
So yeah, things like the boardwalk haven't heated up.
Yeah, in the summer, the wood stays warm for hours after the sun goes down. You just feel it radiating.
We have our tree in the back porch. The birds use it to hide between feeder feedings. Nice! Fortunately, a small woodpecker hit our back window and didn't survive. Oh!
Who's that?
Chill. Why are there no buffets in Vancouver?
What?
Oh, buffets.
Oh,
Okay.
buffets.
No pizza buffet, no Chinese buffet.
There's Chinese buffet. There's sushi buffets. All you can eat
Yeah.
sushi places.
Girl,
There's lots of those.
there's
I don't
Chinese
know
and
if there's a
sushi, but
pizza buffet. There might
I've
be.
never seen a pizza buffet in Canada.
Yeah,
I
Chinese
haven't.
buffet is the big thing.
I have never seen a pizza buffet.
And you can get the family restaurant buffet.
Hi, Pablo. Hey, dude, where were you last night?
Yesterday.
Indian buffet. Oh, I see
Everyone was
this.
calling out for you guys.
I'm turning the camera around. Look, where were you?
More bright in some ways.
Well, the screen is now shining us.
That's true too.
Where were you? Hi, Pablo. That's okay. The designer for the store screwed up. So now Martin and I have been like caught inside on the computer trying to get it all done and frantically trying to get it all back to where it belongs. And we have to redo a bunch of the pages, which is frustrating. But we're going to do it again.
Missing, deleted.
We're
there.
This will not stop us from doing the COVID costume contest. It's not stopping us from the COVID costume contest. Sorry. What do you mean sorry? sorry. He said sorry.
You better have a good reason, young man.
Young man.
I'm sure he's younger than us.
Yeah, but thanks for making me feel even older, dude. I still love him somehow. Yeah, I know. I know.
Somebody's got you.
I'm holding up okay, yeah. Chris and Martin, if you ever make it to the States, you would love Jason's Deli. Ooh, sounds good. Gluten-free flan. Ooh, nice. Yeah, everyone say hi to Pablo and lecture him for not being there.
Tisk.
Do we do it again on Monday? Because that's what we were originally going to do is this Monday. But yeah, it's going to take us a week to sort out the mess. Everything was fine. Ready to go. The whole works.
Go up the stairs?
And then, yeah, we'll go up the stairs. I mean, that's huge. Like, just live, on air, on Haps. Where's this page? Where's that picture? Where's that product?
Click on this category. That's not supposed to be in that category.
So I said to the designer this morning, I said, what happened? She's like, well, maybe you did it. No.
Yeah, I didn't do it. It must have been you.
And anyway,
It's very customer savvy of you.
well, I thought 2021 was supposed to get better.
It's supposed to. I'm sure it
Hell.
will. It's still struggling against the wrath of COVID.
Yeah, everyone, give us some thoughts, please.
Yeah.
Lovebirds, huh? Hi, Big Juice.
Hey, did you see?
Multiple types of birds, including about 5 different woodpecker species.
Oh, wow.
One is about the size of a large blue jay and looks like Woody.
Yeah.
We mean like the woodpecker, not
Yes.
the other
Not,
kind
not
of.
the character from
No,
from
no,
Toy
because
Story.
we're not that kind of broadcast. You were expected to be here. Oh, here the lectures come out. Here we go.
Everyone's
I don't know if you guys saw that. Martin was doing the kiss.
Shame.
Mm-hmm. Pablo, what do you say about trying again Monday? If not sooner. I don't know.
We should have things settled. And...
Yeah. Well, we're still doing the contest.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing's going to stop us there. That's completely in our control. Okay, we'll get over to the car where it's better. We thought we'd be on with you guys for quite some time because it was nice and comfy last night. Not today, apparently.
Yeah, we were out for a walk late last night. Temperatures were great.
Are you driving?
No, yeah.
The drive?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Oh, he's going to be a gentleman. He's going to put him on camera. Oh,
After you folks.
Thanks, honey. Yeah, I'm sure you do. Okay. I know, crazy, huh? Okay. Big red head. Wait a minute. Kind of broken. Exactly. Here, we'll hold this for me. It's self. It's self. Say hi to them. Be entertaining.
Hey, folks.
Oh,
no, it's just weird. One and a two. Ta-da.
let's not kill the battery this
California,
time.
but way too expensive. Yeah, we won't kill the battery this time like we did at the start. California knows how to party.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Now we're in the car. Not so much of a breeze. A little bit warmer.
Temperature starts changing. Noses start running. Catch that nose! I think people are just leaving their Christmas stuff up out of.
All that just eventually they'll just turn it off at night. So it'll always be there. It just won't be turned on.
Sure. So
California doesn't know how to party.
Oh.
Is that why you weren't at my breakdown last night?
Yeah, Vince.
Vince?
Sorry, Pablo. What?
The other guy from California.
Oh my God. So many of you on here from California. Oh my God. So we think we got another place to move to. But Pablo, answer question. When are we actually going to do this for real? Like, I swear to God, I swear all the problems with the store happened because you weren't there.
So many people calling out for you guys.
Mm-hmm. I think the problems with the store happened because you weren't there. The thunder this morning. Was there thunder this morning? Cool. So where do we want to go?
I don't know.
It's just a short drive. Because I don't want to kill the the data plan before the end of the month.
Okay. Okay. I'll deal with
Pablo?
I'll deal with the email.
Which email?
From the landlord.
Is it a good email from the new
It's a
landlord?
good email. It's a good email.
It's a good email. You can't say it on here?
I suppose I could. He wants to do 70%, not 60, which I think we can do 70.
Well, ask the square footage.
Yeah.
Ask the
This
square
is true.
footage.
Apparently, he did have a tenant in there before. They were paying 80.
They were paying 80
They were paying 80. So
at 23 a month.
at 23 a month, yeah.
2,300 a month, and they were paying 80% of the utilities for the building.
Yeah.
Now
I
ask
guess the
him,
building downstairs is really small, but yeah, we can ask him.
ask him about the square footage between the two units.
Yep.
Okay. And then we definitely want to see that bill.
Yeah.
Because
He's willing to do that.
do not want
He
to pay more.
says the water bill comes once every 4 months. That's the only one that's the thing.
He's
So
not
it'd be
paying the
averaged.
water.
Hmm?
He's not paying the water.
He's
I've never met a landlord who charges their tenants water.
Oh.
We have never paid a water bill.
Actually, no, I guess we haven't, have we?
So you may want to talk to him, because if he's
Mhm.
charging us 23,
Yeah.
plus water, plus all the other utilities, but
Mm-hmm.
he's making a big profit.
Well, maybe he is. All right, well, we'll take a look at that. We'll deal with that
Hmm.
after the broadcast.
Yes, we will.
So where do we want to go?
I don't know. For a lot of people next week, mask-free people running around here in groups. No, thank you. It's true. It's true. I go crazy. Oh my God. Vin's in California. His dad did pass away. Big juice. Glad you guys get some fresh air, because you two need. Oh my God, did we ever?
So where we are.
So I'm turning the camera around again. So where do we go? Pick somewhere interesting for them to see.
Interesting to see.
Yes. Your landlord charges pet rent and water bill. Yeah, but I have never, in all my years of renting, I have never ever paid a water bill in any place I've ever lived in. Because then that's an even bigger profit. And with everyone dropping their rent prices, because of the whole COVID thing, I'm not sure I want to pay that much, because that's now going to bring up our expenses even more. So here we go. We're going up towards Queen Street.
Drive down the beaches, I suppose.
It's going to be hard because things are dark. So some of these houses are really old estate houses that go way back. And then when you go out to the other beaches out in Etobicoke, the west end of the city, you get a lot of houses that were cottages at one time. And that are now part of the city because, it used to take forever to get out to the west end of the city. But here, the east end of the city has always been streetcar. The streetcars have always come down here. They drop rent. A lot of places are dropping rent prices because of the whole COVID thing, because they're trying to get people to not leave the city. There's the goof. But their sign is off at the moment.
You can still see, because they painted the letters now too. So you can see the G, O, O, and the F are a different color.
They raise them here. Well, normally they do raise them every month, but the laser cutter, if I want scoring for folds, how do I get that?
Oh, on the paper? We can do that. We just mark where your folds are. We can do either a really, really light cut or a slight perforated cut. Like this dotted line kind of thing.
Yeah, we can do the dotted line thing is really easy. I know, don't want parties right now. It's true. No, and it's hard for those of us who are really social, because we we can't socialize, and it's very, very frustrating. Very, very, very frustrating. But you got to be careful. This is a virus. It's an invisible virus. It's horrible. Food you buy? I have been buying small bags of dry plus canned food for Phoenix. Nice. Nice. So Pablo, wow, my throat just suddenly went dry. Pablo, Monday, we'll do the story thing again. The COVID costume contest is still a go, folks.
That's right.
That we have control over.
That we can do.
The rules are on a post on our page, on our apps. Dotted line is hard on the sewing machine. Dotted lines aren't. So this is Queen Street. Streetcar tracks have been here forever. I'm so extroverted and I hate being feeling ours. I know. We do too. So the camera's having a bit of a hard time focusing, but that's okay. How do I specify different color? However you want to, honey.
As long as you know, then we can adjust and change the lines to whatever we need them to be for the cut.
Yes, we have streetcars. We've had streetcars. Toronto's had streetcars since like what? About 1860.
Yeah, mid 1800s, basically.
Yeah. Less streetcars than we used to have. The whole city used to be catered by streetcars, but a lot of these places, like a lot of these stores on either side, didn't exist. So that's all built up. So you would come out to the beaches. If you lived in the beaches, you had an estate house. And silly, I'm still looking for a kitty friend for him.
I think the original streetcars were horse-drawn, weren't they?
The original streetcars were horse-drawn.
And eventually they got an electrical infrastructure in the early 1900s to start making electric streetcars.
Yeah.
They're all electric now. It's the cables above us.
Streetcars are different too. The different streetcar lines have different age of streetcars. They finally retired all the old original Red Rockets, the old original electrical ones. Well, actually, the original electrical ones were wood.
Yeah, that's right.
And then they changed them to metal, and then they retired those just shortly after we got back. Mm-hmm. We got a chance to be on a few of the original streetcars that were still in service. Yep. A couple of them are in a museum now, being reconditioned to be put on display. Mm-hmm. And now they've got these super long streetcars. So they've got one type of streetcar that was done in the 80s and the 90s, like the late 80s. They were designed and put on the tracks, and now they got super long ones. Hopefully there's one that will pass. I think the Queen line is a combination of the longer ones and the ones in the 90s.
I'm not sure I've seen any of the older ones on the Queen line lately. They're all the big long ones. Unless some of the out in the West End, there might be some of the smaller.
Or Dundas.
Dundas line, yeah.
The old fire hall here that's got a clock on the top of it. I do love my city.
This is Woodbine Avenue here, which is technically the end of the beaches. Or the beginning of the beaches, depending on which direction you're going.
Which direction, yeah.
On a certain point of view.
1860, Texas wasn't an independent country yet. After being in Hong Kong, I had a driver get miffed at me when I called out a tram. Oh, you're kidding me. Jazz Festival takes place there. Yes, Newfoundlander is correct.
Yep, right in the beaches. Kew Gardens.
Don't expect to park anywhere nearby. Being in Hong Kong. Huh. It's bored and it's hard to entertain them. It is, Shane. It's like don't have a single kid, right? You gotta have 2 cats.
That's right, yeah.
But how the paintings on those birds and when they chirp, it sounds so soothing.
Oh, the mech canaries.
Yeah, I love doing my mech canaries. I'm hoping to be able to find another source of the base bird so that I can make more, because I want to make more. They're one of my favorite things to make. Thank you. Those are all my beauties. I don't think the 3 that are left, I don't think any of them are yours. So this here is an off track gambling, because there used to be a racetrack right down here. There used to be right down there. There used to be a racetrack, and my mother used to work at the racetrack, and we used to always go because she worked at 2 of them. There's one just outside the city, and this was the one in the city, but it's gone now. It's a housing development and off-track betting. But you see all these little teeny buildings. Let's see if I can focus on this one. All these little tiny buildings are all, from the original neighborhood, so to speak, and then you got all these more modern ones built up. But thank you, Vince. Yeah, I want to do more of the birds. I hope those sell. But I have to find a source for the base bird. especially at a young age. It's like a toddler without a buddy to grow up with. It's true,
It is,
Shane.
yeah.
It is. They become troublemakers too if you don't give them a buddy. We had one that we named Dickens, and he was just a terror. He was so destructive. But he didn't. He was taken away from his mom way too young, and a woman who was a college student on the North Shore. This is when we were still in Vancouver. Couldn't handle him, so we took him in, and then we couldn't handle him. Like poor Plato, he was. What is this thing you brought me? So we finally found him a place. Yeah, poor Plato. Finally found him a place where there were two young girls in the family, so they played with him a lot. So here's one of the big streetcars. That's the brand new ones. They're really long.
Long.
They're really long. They had to modify some of the loops, some of the turnaround loops, because they were too long to fit in them. So the loop at the end of the beaches behind us, they had to modify because only one fits in there at a time now, whereas 4 or 5 streetcars used to fit in there at a time. So sometimes it gets backed up on the street. Queen Street, which is a streetcar line, is the longest tram or streetcar line in North America. I think the world. I'm not sure.
Possibly, yeah. Basically stretches from one end of the city to the other. Like you can go all the way across Toronto on this line without having to change streetcars.
Now, you guys, I'm very, very grateful that we have a hybrid because gas is like $1.28 right now. To all you Americans, times that by 4.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because, it's for us, it's per liter, not per gallon. Now, this empty property it's hard to see because it's not really well lit. There's a little house at the back of this property. You can see the school back there. But on this property, there's a little tiny house on the back of this property that has been here. You can just maybe see it. Maybe see it. It's really hard to get it to focus because all the lights are off.
Actually, yeah, there's no lights on.
There's absolutely no lights. So it's behind this white picket fence. But it's back there. You can't see it. But the Ashbridges Estate, Ashbridges is what the beaches are known. This section of the beaches are known as, and it's Ashbridges Bay that juts out into the lake itself. And that was the family at the time that owned all these properties, and that was one of the estate houses. But yeah, it's still in its original property. The whole property is technically owned by the city, and it's preserved for visits during the summertime. And the gardens, you can have garden parties there, and it's just this is the Leslieville area. Martin and I used to live down here in the Leslieville area.
Yep. That's back when I first moved to Toronto. First had a little place out in the West End for a couple of months, and then we found a little second floor of a house in Leslieville.
I'm starting to enjoy the mech birds, and does it take a lot of patience to make one? Yes, because of how small they are. Yeah. Same with those sugar vials; they're so small.
And trying to decide exactly how to uniquely detail each one.
Yeah. Rami Piper had separation anxiety. Literally tore my house apart. Yeah. Phoenix is getting that way by and wrestling. I want him to rough and wrestle with. Yeah, exactly. You need that second cat to basically keep him in check, basically. The cat's prices here in the States are so freaking expensive. Oh, Vince, it's gotten bad here again. Although BC still is worse.
Right now,
Shane says by her it's $2.50 a gallon.
Oh, wow.
And Vince says by him it's $3.20.
Oh, wow.
So divide that by 4.
It's price per liter.
Price per liter.
Oh,
because we pay per liter, not gallon. So at $1.28 a liter right now, $1.28 a liter times 4
is just a little over $5 a gallon.
So yeah, we're over $5 a gallon right now, guys. And if we convert Canadian to American dollar, that's even more. So technically, if we're at $1.30. So we're like over $7, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're over $7 a gallon, folks.
Streetcars turning.
It's only going up, I fear. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, one of the things with Toronto, a lot of people actually leave Toronto because they can't stand driving around the streetcars.
$1.25.
Oh, we're down to $1.25. Yay. Yeah, times up by 4 and then convert. That's how much we're paying in gas. Well, the COVID thing, right? You gotta keep the gas flowing. You gotta make it worth paying for a gas station to stay open. So yeah, we used to live. You see the street over here on our left, the Crown House here at the corner. That wasn't there when we lived there, but yeah, we used to live down that street over there, in the top half of a little house. Way back when Martin and I were together.
Okay, the building
at first.
Well, it used to be the 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven's completely gone.
And was most recently an art gallery.
It's true.
Now it's gone. It's an empty lot.
It will continue to get higher. Yeah, we need people to buy our stuff. We need to fix the store. Everyone, wait until we do another broadcast that has titled The Store. And we will. Oh, by the way, we made our challenge.
We did. We reached the Haps challenge.
Thank you, everyone, for letting us. We are now over the $200. We're not going to cash in yet. We're going to let it ride. We're going to let it build up because there will be a conversion thing for us to cash in, to have it come into a Canadian account. So, yeah, it's going to cost us some fees. So we're going to let it ride for a while. But yes, we made our $200. Thank you so much. Louisiana cast is called petrol. Yeah, older people here have called it petrol.
Yeah. I guess that probably comes in Louisiana, probably comes a little bit from the French, right?
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah, they still call it petrol in Montreal, don't they? Sorry, Montreal. Montreal. Quebec.
Petroleum.
Petroleum. And their countries and the counties are called parishes in Louisiana.
That's right.
Yes, that's right.
They're still very church oriented.
We have some of the largest oil deposits in the world. Yeah, well, you know what's dumb, Harold, is when all those new environmental laws were put in the 70s. I love it, new. In the 70s, and there was no government.
Like 50 years ago?
Yeah, like 50 years ago. There was no, here. Can we see it? Can we see it?
It's actually, everything's off there.
Everything's off.
Or are you
no.
talking about the...
See this old house right here? And the little hall next to it? That's Dr. Black's. And I am so happy that Dr. Black is still a veterinary. His family has owned that house and that veterinary clinic like back 5 generations. And his son is also a vet. So they're a really good price for downtown Toronto, and they are excellent vets, and we are so happy. When we came back and we said, Dr. Black, here's the new cats, he was just so happy to see Martin and I back. Mm-hmm. Such a pleasant older guy. But yeah, their family has been vets in this area. But the reason why there's the big door there is because, of course, there's this massive scale still in there because they took care of horses and they took care of cows. And
that's how long the building's been here.
Yeah.
This part of Toronto was still technically rural.
That's true. This used to not be downtown Toronto. It's used to be a rural, like boroughs. But yeah, so no gas. We ship our crude oil down to the United States for processing and then buy it back from the United States because we have a greater oil supply than the number of refineries that can handle it. It's scary how it shoots up the prices. Have we rode in the brand new streetcars yet? Yes, we have.
Oh, yeah. A lot.
It's very different because each section you can walk from the front to the back.
Yeah, completely open all the way through.
Yeah, so it's almost like a mini above ground streetcar when you think about it. Very French oriented in Louisiana.
Subway.
Yeah, the 7-Eleven back there. Most of the 7-Elevens are gone. There's only a couple left. Yeah, I'm not like it used to be a 7-Eleven on every 4th or 5th block. Not anymore.
So, what do we think? How much?
I don't know. Do we want to ride the rail?
Ride the rails for a little while? Yeah, we can go out all the way to Queen West if we want.
Do we want to?
But I guess we should talk to the new landlord soon.
That's true. So you see, when we left this building, here, this hotel, that's a little hotel, was covered in like all these signs and paintings and pictures because it was a strip joint. It wasn't originally a strip joint. But yeah, they covered it up with like all these drawings and pictures of the women of the night. And we come back and it's completely restored. It's now back to being a hotel. It's no longer a strip joint, and there's a nice little restaurant down below. They brought it back to being the I think it's the Broadview Inn or the Broadview House or something like that.
The Broadview Hotel, yeah.
Broadview Hotel. So that was very happy. Happy. Dr. Black, yes. Love Dr. Black. What a sweetheart. Is anyone actually crossing or is he just thinking about it? Oh, there we go.
Some step up to the...
We have a new mobile vet based out of location 4 doors down from us. Nice.
Oh, nice.
7-Eleven comes from Dallas and Houston. Doesn't really have any. Oh.
Oh, wow.
Hi, John.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of them in BC still, but we came back to Toronto. There's hardly any around. But that 7-Eleven back there, the one that was torn down,
Yeah,
was our 7-Eleven.
was our 7-Eleven. Oh my God, I've never eaten so much junk in my life.
No.
See streetcars down there.
That's King Street branching off Queen Street.
So yeah, that's King Street down there. And this is the Humane Society. That's the central Toronto Humane Society. That's the central location right there.
And our current place.
But yeah, I was so happy to see that hotel cleaned up like that.
Yeah.
And to have the walls uncovered is just awesome.
Yeah, they must have spent a lot of time like scrubbing and sandblasting those brick carefully so as not to break the brick down.
So, Shane, as you can see, like, I mean, the transit system, and this is what I mean when people say Vancouver's got a good transit system. I love the transit system here. What is 40 kilometers to miles per hour?
40 kilometers is 25 miles per hour.
So 25 is 40, or 40 is 25. You notice how Martin and I say it differently? Again, small town, big city. Kilometers and kilometers.
I was like, I was having a conversation with a viewer on one of my solo broadcasts a little while ago about Canadian pronunciations, the difference between process and process.
See this building back here that used to be a milling factory? Like it made all the mills. And it's been converted properly as opposed to the building we're in.
Yeah, really.
So you were having the conversation about the difference between process and process.
Process and process. And I find I use both pronunciations. Process is as in a methodology or an order of operations.
Exactly.
Process is to,
regurgitate.
And regurgitate and, that kind of thing.
It's processed cheese, but it's a thought process.
No, it's processed cheese. No, it's processed. See, I didn't.
Sorry, you're right. You're right. It's processed cheese, but it's a process you go through to make it.
That's right, yeah.
So I guess one is a noun and the other is a verb.
Yeah. It's like data versus data.
Yes, exactly. Glad you guys don't live in... Vince, why are you glad we don't live in Montreal?
Yeah, why?
See, again, older buildings that have been rescued and little stores down below. Oh, and this is a great place, too. I can't wait till it opens up again.
Some great Middle Eastern foods in this neighborhood.
Yeah. All the restorative. Why are you glad we don't live in Montreal? I've been seeing 40 on your street signs. Yeah, well, it's kind of interesting because 40. When we left, it was all 50. Oh. It was only a year and a half ago they brought it all it all down to 40.
How many people watch Canadian programming?
Kim's Convenience.
Because we've got a certain convenience store coming up on our right-hand side. It's the actual convenience store used in the show.
Look up CBC, CBC Television, and look up Kim's Convenience. And the whole series is inspired by this particular location. They've got a studio, of course, or the store would never make money. But they replicated the interior in a studio, and that's the rest. That's the convenience store right there. I love how Canadians say bag. What?
Really?
What?
Bag?
Bag?
Oh, I wouldn't think.
And I was happy. Arcadia is still open. I mean, I was so worried that Arcadia would go under. But it's still there. Arcadia's still there. Woo! What do you mean bag? Bag. 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 Bag.
Bag.
Bag.
Bag. Bog. Bag. Bag.
It's a bag.
Yeah.
What's your bag?
What's your bag, Dad?
One is my name, the other is not. That's true. I had this conversation in animation class, my American teacher, and I versus the Canadian class. Okay, Netflix too. Is it really? It's on Netflix too. Nice.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
I love the city of Toronto and its history. Thank you, Vince.
We have Moss Park on our right-hand side here, and the Moss Park Armory, Canadian Forces Armory.
The Canadian Forces Armory right in downtown Toronto. Yeah. We don't hide our military.
Exactly.
Unlike some other cities.
Got some of the big trucks parked down the
Now
street.
in Vancouver, the Armory is next door to a Molson's Brewery.
That's right.
So there's the Canadian Armed Forces, the Armory. Really, really big building. I spent a lot of time in there too.
With the cannons out front, the howitzers.
Yeah, there's no getting in there if they don't want you to.
We are currently at Queen and Jarvis.
Cool. Vancouver, I'd say bag as in bag. Well, they also told Torontonians that we say Toronto.
Yeah.
And we don't. We say Toronto. The second T is like the last T is a D. Because that's a common American. We also leave our G's off the end. So going, doing, saying. So we're American in those ways. We don't say roof. We do say roof.
Yeah.
But not all Americans say roof either. It's regional.
We say foyer, not foyer.
Yeah, we say foyer. Although I'm noticing a lot of the younger generation is starting to say foyer.
I know. Well, they're all saying Z as well instead of Z.
Oh my God, that's wrong.
Talk about the alphabet, right?
Oh my God.
But that's because it rhymes, right? For the song, right? The alphabet.
Yeah, but
it rhymes.
It's not supposed to rhyme.
No, it's not supposed to rhyme.
English. English.
British it's Z. In German it's Z.
Zet, like a T?
Z.
Zet.
Yeah, Z-E-T.
When I worked on Granville Island, I got asked so many times if I was Canadian because I didn't sound Texan. I know you don't. You definitely don't. Regional, right? Newfie talk, that's right. Harold is correct. Newfie talk is the stereotype in Canada.
Yep.
Wished one of these days I would travel to Toronto and take 2 or 3 week vacation and hang out with my favorite house people. You got it, Vince.
Yeah, when things have lifted.
Come on up. Yeah, when it's lifted, come on up. And we'll have space with a bigger place. I heard Toronto. Yeah, exactly. We don't. Toronto. I'm kind of stuffy for some reason. I'm responding to something. I don't know what. Balak lives in Trania, Ontario. Oh, nice. We say route as in out. Route, yeah. Route. I say route. Honor, color with the U's. That's right. Spelling. That's right. The Shawarma King's still there.
Shawarma King. Shawarma's King.
Here you go. Here you go. One of the
Metropolitan
oldest.
United Church.
Yep, one of the oldest churches in the core. There's a lot of churches in the city itself. A lot of churches. It's a big old city, folks.
Yes, yes.
That was a Star Trek TOS reference. Oh, well, oh yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Trania.
Trania, that's right.
Have some Trania.
Can you open my bottle of water for me?
Yes.
Because I'm holding an iPad. Hospital.
St. Michael's Hospital.
This is the newer part of St. Mike's. Newer being, what, 1960s? The old original part is about a block up. So the hospital takes like a whole city block.
It does actually. It occupies the whole city block.
Yeah, it does. It's a whole city block. Hello, Katrina. I'm so used to that sound. I've had friends visit Toronto and they're like, they're just, what's that? Oh my God, what happened to the streetcar? Nothing. It's just a little teeny.
I saw a little ember drop too. When
Yep.
that happened. A little bit of molten steel.
Just a tiny bit. So there's the Hudson Bay Company over there. And then Eaton Center's on the other side of the street. I also hear go in Canadian as in goat. Go, not goal. Go as in goal. Okay. You should be there. I have this argument with my wife that she waits for the Yank readers. Oh no, really? Say hi, Katrina.
Hi, Katrina.
Whenever people stop you on the street or beach or someplace, do they say to "Aren't you Kid Toronto"? I haven't had that. Kid Metro, yeah, Kid Metro. I haven't had that in years. It's been a while since someone said that to me.
Here's Yonge Street.
But yeah, they're fixing up the Eaton Center. They're taking advantage of the whole COVID thing. Because believe it or not, this is very few cars on the road.
This is actually pretty quiet, yeah. The mall's open again, then. Kind of going. Have we done walking tours down here?
Yeah, we've done. I don't know if we did a walking tour on Haps yet. We did do a walking tour on Periscope, I know, a couple times. Old City Hall. We'll have to do a walking tour when it's nicer, which won't be long now.
Daylight.
There's kind of like our answer to Big Ben. It's always great being down here and hearing the bells. It's okay, you can leave it open. So of course, when this building was built, all those lights would have been gas lamps. And that's all stone that comes from northern Ontario and the colder parts of the country. All brought down here, dragged down here to build the old City Hall. Wow, thank you, Vince. I don't think we have done a walking tour on Haps yet.
I don't think so.
Oh, guys, when the weather gets better and during the daytime, we'll bring you on a walking tour.
Yeah.
We'll come downtown and we'll come down to this area.
Stuff to see down here.
We did a small walking tour to the Love Locks. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Down to the.
How old is the hospital? Oh, St. Mike's.
The original St. Mike's, I think, is 1930s or something.
See, this is where you get most of your chip trucks and stuff. And Star Trek Classic, again, I can't remember the name of the episode.
Guardian of Forever.
Guardian of Forever. They used our City Hall, our newer City Hall.
It was a brand new building at the time.
Yeah, it was a brand new building at the time. Yeah, that's right. So it was modern for the time. They used our City Hall, our newer City Hall, as a to represent Earth, which I think is great. And then we'll have to bring you guys to the Osgood Hall and bring you closer to the fence around it with the cow entries.
Cow gates.
The cow gates.
Cow-proof gates.
Because this whole area was still farms way back when Osgood Hall was built. Osgood Hall is where they train basically lawyers, and it's all the legal departments and all that kind of stuff. So again, another really, really old building. This whole area used to be farmland too. Oh yeah, you see that big blinking thing on the side? That's basically the streetcar saying, do not pass me. If you do, I will honk. And the honk on these things, they have the ding ding bells, but they also have these huge horns on these newer streetcars.
Semi or a boat, a ship's horn.
Right. Okay, Harold, are you there? Yes, yeah, I guessed. Well, now I would love to do a video chat of the pronunciation of Canada versus Texas or Southern. That would be great, but we'd have to get different regions of Canada to be fair.
Yeah, because Canada's got as diverse a range of accents as the U.S. does.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Toronto versus a part of Texas?
Mm-hmm. Toronto versus Houston or Dallas. Mm-hmm.
Canadian version of Big Ben, very much so. If we were at a better time, because we're not at a good time where it would be ringing. 6 minutes from now to ring.
36 minutes from now, we get a full 8 bells.
Got to go in a minute. Okay, Shane. Has a lot of people taken pictures next to the Toronto sign that you passed by? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, many, many. Are you behind it? Yes, we're behind the streetcar. Immediately behind the streetcar. That's represented Nichelle Nichols Flowers' 25th Star Trek anniversary. Nice. Mm-hmm. Well, we passed on the historical building on the right, so oh well.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. Newer City Hall.
Oh, it's Miniso. It's an Asian giftware company. The Avengers.
Yeah, these are the newer streetcars. I think all the older ones are now in Dundas and College, aren't they?
Yep.
Because those are tighter streets. Like Queen Street is still a bigger street.
And that's College, Gerard.
Oh, guys, remember when I was telling you about the postal system and shipping and stuff would come into Toronto, and there was an underground system at one time that went to the larger buildings around the city, and then they would distribute from those larger buildings. Coming up soon on our left, if everyone stops cutting off the streetcar, we can start moving. Um, there's a larger building coming up on our left, which is City TV, and that's where I worked for a little while. But it was the Christian Press building, and which made it great for being, turning television studios.
Oh, that's right. He turns up the call here.
Oh yeah, see, he's got Queen and McCall, so he's a short turn.
Yep.
So he'll be out of our path soon. But it's CTV now owns City TV. You can just see the edge of the sign around the streetcar, especially once it rolls. But the building used to be the Christian Press, and that was one of the big locations where postage would come in from the southern location. I went up there, and how do I know this? When I worked for City TV, one of my jobs was master control, which is in the basement, and it was a caretaker that took me to a hatch and showed me the remains of the little passageway where the little carts used to be, where they came in. And so you can see this. It's a gorgeous building, and inside, all the inside staircases are still the original marble, and just a beautiful building. Absolutely beautiful building. And Harold and I, right outside that window, right there, they're passing.
Harold serenaded Christina.
Yes, Harold serenaded me. He was in Klingon. I was in Troy. Our trains have their own lane. No cars allowed. They did that on Spadina. It used to be just the Spadina bus, but Spadina bus. There's a song called the Spadina bus, but there's a song about one of our bus lines. But yeah, they discovered that the Spadina bus was having just a difficult time, and Spadina is hugely wide, so they replaced the Spadina bus with what they're calling an LRT, which is a streetcar line on an elevated platform, basically. So yeah, there's a lot of people who don't like driving in Toronto because of the streetcars. So you can see the age of that brick. Now, while we were gone, it was this block over here. There used to be Cantal Folly 11. Yes, that was awesome. So you see all these newer buildings here, newer buildings. Because Walmart, there's one older building there. While Martin and I were gone, you can see how the older buildings are back here. Well, a strip of Queen Street went up in flames. I can't remember exactly what year it was, but it was while we were gone. But these old buildings, they survived. They were just on the edge of they weren't in the middle of the fire, which is good because they're gorgeous buildings. Some of them have their original stained glass still. You did a great job, Jill. Oh my God. Harold, those were the days, my friend.
So we're at Spadina. Speaking of Spadina bus.
Yes. So you can see there's streetcar tracks laid at the intersection there that turn up and down. You can see one of the streetcars there on the Spadina. So there's no more Spadina bus that runs the whole route of Spadina. It's now newer streetcar line, and they're isolated. That line, because Spadina is really wide, that line has got their streetcars on a separate section. Does Canada need nurses? Probably. They will be back, and in greater numbers.
They will be back in greater numbers. Well, the Imperial Stormtroopers are so precise.
Katrina, you get yourself here. We'll be happy to welcome you. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a shortage of nurses. So yeah, you can see they have their own isolated lane in the middle. So each and every one of their stops is a platform with near a crosswalk or a light. If you look closely, there are ants on that building. The Cameron House is basically a musical. It was a house, but it's a musical concert venue, and they've had those ants on the side of that building forever. This is the Fashion District. It's called a fashion district because this is where all the best fabric stores are. I was so happy to see Queen Textiles still there.
Mm-hmm. Affordable textiles.
Those days.
Different jewelry suppliers and finding suppliers. And
those days will be back and in greater numbers.
That's right.
I just want to get back into Dax.
Someone's impatient.
Yes.
Yeah, we're doing a little driving tour of the city, folks. Don't mind us. The Velvet Underground. They've been around forever too.
Oh yeah, I've been in there.
So many of these venues. Hopefully, they'll survive the lockdowns because
Please survive.
I think even they're not allowed to open yet, even in the gray.
No, they're not.
Gray stage or whatever, gray lockdown.
Katrina, you want to live in Canada? Oh, hey. Start doing your research, honey. We'll be here.
Toronto's a far cry from Phoenix.
Thanks, PCs. I don't know if are there shortage of nurses, Harold? I want to become a Canuck. Canuck. Canadian. Yep. Oh, well, Harold says there's a shortage of nurses. I take Harold's word for it. Do your research.
We're at Bathurst.
If you got what they need, then...
How far are we going to go here?
I don't know. How far do you want to go?
Maybe
We're at 1 hour, 16 minutes.
Yeah, maybe we should decide to start.
And absolutely no words, but a lot of conversation.
Which is awesome.
Which is awesome. Oh, folks, that's a good time to remind you a $5 reward will get you part of the Irish storytelling, and or a minimum $5 sponsorship will automatically get you part of the storytelling each month. Mm-hmm. You love your hockey, nice. Knish eating Canuck.
Or Canuck eating Knishes.
You're getting more disillusioned with America. A lot of our friends are saying that, and it's... COVID's a good time to do your research, though. Like, do your research now, because the borders are still closed, and just be ready for it when they open. We have so many friends we want to just live up here, and they're having a hard time with, they want to leave the States, but they're having a hard time with the process of leaving. And it really is a matter of just making up your mind and going for it, because if you go for something, there's no reason you shouldn't get it. Oh, yeah. Doc Martens, Doc's Leathers. Yep. Best place to get Doc Martens. He's been there forever, too. So you can see how long the streetcar line is. Again,
it's still going. Same streetcar line.
It is a city of old churches.
Now, the streetcar we were following did turn because it was a short turn, so it only goes part way, but there is a line that keeps going.
Hey, Perry.
Let's take a left turn down Strawn Avenue, which will take us back down to the C&E grounds.
Oh, we don't want to go up to Dundas and back, or?
Up to Dundas? No.
I don't know. Actually, yeah, the streetcars.
Okay.
Guy behind us isn't pissed off.
He'll survive. He's probably happy that suddenly we're not turning.
I'm not sure what they're protesting to the left.
I have no idea.
His car's in the way.
Yeah, posters with syringes on them. Oh, this is Christie Pitts, right? No, this isn't Christie Pitts. Oh, there we go. It's the anti-vaxxers. It's the anti-vaxxers.
What? I don't understand the anti-vax.
I don't know.
I mean, if someone wants to get vaccinated, let them get vaccinated.
Yeah, people aren't being forced to be vaccinated. If you don't want it, don't do it.
Immigration info site crashed when a certain POTUS was elected. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Are you doing a tour of Toronto? Yeah, we thought we might as well. We needed to get away from the computer because our store screwed up, and it was taking too much work and too much stuck inside, and so we said, forget it, we're getting out.
Yep. So let's take Dufferin up.
Take Dufferin up. Woo! So many people are anti-choice when you think about it.
Yeah.
I want to be vaccinated, I'll get vaccinated.
Yeah.
If I don't and someone says don't come into my store because you're not, then fine. That's their right. Sigh. Why can't people just be allowed to be people?
Why can't we all just get along?
Come on, people. Be people. We can go partially back and then get a few of the other streetcars on camera. Not the super new ones, but
Yeah. Well, Dufferin's coming up. Turn up Dufferin and then double back along.
I think the Bathurst line also has the other streetcars on it. I'm not surprised. I know a teacher who was thinking about moving before Rump got elected. Is that what we're calling him now?
Donald T. Rump.
The Dog and Bear, another pub. It is a city of pubs, by the way.
It is.
If you're going to come and visit and you're into beer or microbreweries, or let us know, and we will do a pub a night. We will figure out which pubs have their wing nights type thing, and we will do a pub a night. Another emergency vehicle coming up. That's right. We're not that kind of broadcast, exactly. Thank you guys so much for the beach and egg roll food and also the car ride. You are so welcome, Vince. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Yes. Try to love one another right now. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Are there any good Irish pubs? Okay. Honey?
Is there such a thing as a bad Irish pub?
There's such a thing, yeah, really. Some are a little more commercial than others. It depends on what area they're in.
Yep.
But there are plenty of options. Plenty of options.
Of course, none of them can really operate now.
Well, this is it. St. Patrick's Day, last year was it's going to be horrible this year too. St. Patrick's Day has really done damage to the city because not being able to open up.
Yeah, it was a complete bust last year because that's exactly when the major lockdown happened. They were all poised and ready to do their St. Patrick's Day celebrations. They had patios decorated, and then the province announced the lockdown. Dufferin.
You can see how this is all like railway lines above us. And the smell of this neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
The leftover smell of slaughterhouses. You started the song. That's true. I did. I didn't even realize I had.
That seems to happen in our world a lot. Songs suddenly pop up out of nowhere. We either trigger them or someone triggers them in us.
So we're gonna pop up to Dundas in case there should be a couple streetcars at least for a few blocks, and then we'll let the broadcast go so that we can get a hold of our soon-to-be landlord. Because the other place out in Scarborough is not as ideal, but he dropped his price again.
Mm-hmm.
The Bad Irish Pub serves Guinness in a bottle or can. Untap, untap. It's got to be on tap. Guinness from a bottle or can is wrong.
Bad ones will serve about a bottle, but almost all of them have it on tap.
Plus, Canadian Guinness is non-American Guinness. It's stronger. It's not as strong as the original, of course, the Irish Guinness, but it is stronger. Got a little tiny, quaint little house here, kind of tucked in there and divided up. The business on the bottom floor. Where are you guys moving? Not 100% sure. We'll find out soon enough. But it will be soon, Perry. If it's safe for you to come help move, we could use a hand.
Yes, we could.
My sister-in-law lived in an inappropriate small town in Ireland one pub at each end of this one street, and a Catholic church in the middle. Met the precast walking from one end to the other. Father O'Malley. Nice. In a small town. Okay. I don't know how it got inappropriate, but that's something else altogether. An inappropriate town.
Inappropriate town. I'm sure there's a lot of inappropriate towns.
Weekends are best. Well, we'll see what happens. We will definitely need the extra hand. I hate mall keyboards, small keyboards. What's a mall keyboard, Daddy? The one you use at the mall or buy at the mall? See, there's a 7-Eleven. There's a couple left. And there's a cop car.
Even though they gotta hit 7-Eleven.
That's right. 7-Eleven or a donut shop. Tim Hortons.
Because I think the Tim Hortons next to 7-Eleven is closed.
Ah.
There's a Tim Hortons here, but I think they're closed tonight.
Yes, it doesn't look like a 24-hour one.
No, yeah, they're closed.
Not the kind of broadcast.
Inappropriate towns. Guided tour of inappropriate towns in Ontario.
Well, you know, we're talking Ireland there in his case, and
yeah,
you know, inappropriate town in Ireland is not out of the question.
Nope.
Hi, Bannerman. You're using your phone keyboard, okay? Yeah, that is a tiny keyboard.
So, okay, looks like the Dundas cards are the big ones too still.
Oh, those cars are still the big ones, the big new ones. So what line still has the older streetcars on it?
Probably Carlton and Gerrard.
So, folks, we did pop on definitely with a purpose here to remind everyone, too, that we are doing the $5 reward or $5 minimum sponsorship. And in order to be included in the storytelling, and this time it'll be Irish folklore. You can be an Irish folklore character. And the store has been screwed up by the person who basically designed it. And Martin and I are going to be spending the next few days trying to fix everything. Wish us luck, but we will have to relaunch the store, so to speak, very, very soon because it's very frustrating. See, there's another 7-Eleven left. This is where they all are.
They're all at this end of town, yeah. So there's another one down on Queen Street, too.
I think the older ones are also on Bathurst.
Oh, that's right. When we took the streetcar down to the CNE year before last.
Luck.
It was an older.
Yeah. Or was it? I can't even remember. They've taken most of them off anyway. It's only a percentage still left running. Any of the routes that haven't been modified yet. So, Bannerin, this is an impromptu broadcast because we had to get out in front of the computer, all day. We had to get out. Is 7-Eleven in Meadowvale? Nice. Yeah, most of the ones are gone. Like, there were so many more. Streetcar tracks everywhere. Ever visit Toronto and you want to drive? Learn how to avoid streetcars. See, and then these became an in thing while we were gone too. Shipping container food places. Shipping container food places. Instead of trucks. Take old shipping containers and turn them into little, fast food restaurant type places.
There's that parking lot on Yonge Street, just north of Dundas, that they did that with too.
It's true. Having a hard time focusing because we're moving. The site is that screwed up. Yeah, well, there's product missing, deleted, and there's the wrong page there when another, like the page that she was using to teach me on, is there, but the page with the products on it that was the final results are not. Thank you, Perry. A high five award.
Thank you, Perry.
Hang on, I got a high five. That was actually more a smack, but you get it. So again, we are back at Spadina, and you can see the streetcar tracks everywhere. So yeah, you see they got the islands in the middle with the streetcars in the middle. But this is all Chinatown, and it smells good. Oh, Chinatown smells good.
Hot summer day, not so much.
Oh, it does too.
It's pretty.
The little Chinese mall over here. Yeah, all the Chinese places up and down. Good place to get. Good area to get like the sun umbrellas, the little paper umbrellas in the summertime, the parasols. They have turned shipping containers into homes for veterans. Oh wow! Yeah, this whole area you can get everything from the classic, original like Chinese food, traditional, right up to the Americanized or North Americanized. The whole area just always smells good.
Who was it asking about buffets in Toronto? Yeah,
there's a couple buffets here. Yeah. Shane was saying. But yeah, Chinatown. It's actually pretty big because there's a lot of stuff down on the side streets too. Playing Pokemon Go in Chinatown is awesome. There are so many stops and gyms. First Anime North was on the University of Toronto campus, which is just north of right about here. Yeah, so just up there, and it was perfect because we would finish our panels in the day, and we would between panels come down to Chinatown, still in costume, still dressed in anime outfits, cosplay to the max, and come down to grab lunch at Chinatown. Who wants Americanized Chinese food?
Yeah, really.
I would love to have a traditional New Year's meal. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, Chinese New Year's meal? Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of dim sum.
The Art Gallery of Ontario. With its huge canopy along the front of it. Everything French and English because it is a government. Behind it is the Design Institute. Right there.
Ontario College of Art and Design.
Ontario College of Art and Design, yeah. Right down there. Just kind of hard and awkward, but to angle. It's a lot of little teeny artist shops around here as well. Because of course, with the College of Art and Design, that's a newer streetcar.
Yep. All the flashing lights down the side. Every single door's got flashing lights and a big blinking sign on the back.
They make it pretty obvious. Don't pass us.
Oh, we have
Chop Suey is American, is it really?
We have a scooter that's or a wheelchair that's going on. Yeah, these streetcars have little extendable ramps for handicap for wheelchairs and stuff like that.
Graduated from U of T. What did you graduate, Perry? Like, what was your focus, like your study? So, what do you want to do? Do you want to pop up to college, or do we want to go down a side street and broadcast, or?
Yeah, sure, let's go up to college.
Let's go up to college. Okay.
You're at university right now? Should be able to.
I think you can. I can't remember what the hours for the turns are. You definitely cannot turn on young.
No.
Yes, all government buildings, facilities, anything associated with the government must have French and English. When Martin and I we were part of a science fiction 14 days?
It was the March break, wasn't it?
It was
9 days.
It's the March break. No, it was 2 weeks.
From a Saturday to a Sunday, wasn't it?
It was
2 weeks?
It was 2 weeks because the Catholic school system has a different March break than the public.
Right. It was combined, wasn't it? Yeah.
So everything is 2 weeks. Because the Catholic school gets it 1 week after, 1 week before the public school.
Both,
yeah. So we did this display, the science fiction display, and when we did all our signs in English, because we predominantly speak English, we had to hand it to the translator with the Science Center, the Ontario Science Center, and the translator had to put the French signs together. So their French signs were next to our English signs, or we couldn't, we couldn't be there and we couldn't get paid. So we wanted to get paid. So yeah, we had to get to them 2 weeks or 3 weeks before, so that their translator can do her job.
Yep.
Advertising and design. It's true. Known as mixed leftovers, most non-Chinatown areas. Oh, okay. Chop suey. Mixed leftovers. That's cool. So we are now in university.
It's better than the Mugu guy pan hold the mushrooms.
Hold the Mugu.
Yeah.
University is a really, really, really big street. Basically, this is one way, and on the other side, it's the other way. And there are so many hospitals. So many hospitals here.
This is Hospital Central right here.
It's just like, yeah. And the university is basically on the, to the west, on the left-hand side of us. But there's so many hospitals here. I was born here. Mount Sinai. And my brother was born in Toronto. No, my brother was born in Welland.
That's right, yeah.
My sister was born in Toronto General and then moved to Sick Kids because she came out having a hard time breathing. At the very top here, that's Queen's Park. Right in front of us, those are the Parliament buildings for Ontario.
Seat of the provincial government.
Yeah, seat of provincial government, that's right. Last minute customers at Chinatown restaurant. Made up name. Oh, really?
Yeah.
The best place to get hit by a car.
Right in the middle of the hospital district, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And big old buildings. It's too bad I can't get more light in the situation, so to speak. Oh, hey, Katie, hi. You were born in Women's College. Nice. So the big archway doorways and the big windows, and so you can see more streetcars. Streetcars, the whole downtown core. So many streetcars. Where did they film Queer as Folk?
Queer as Folk.
That's a good question.
That was after. It was shot here in Toronto, but
yeah. But where specifically in Toronto?
I can't remember what locations they used. Yeah.
Probably somewhere around like Charles or, the whole Wesley Church and
yeah.
Wellesley Church
area.
Yeah.
Being the Toronto's version of the Village.
You can probably find the info online. Because we weren't back in Toronto back then. We were in BC while that was being shot.
That's right.
Fran's Restaurant, this tiny little building, tucked in between all these other buildings, has been there since like the 1930s, Fran's.
Something like that, yeah.
But when I was a kid, Fran's was one of my father's favorite places to take us. They put like big glass windows around it to preserve the front.
There's the winners.
Here's the winners, yeah. But this is College Park. We also did a walk around that on Periscope. And we're going to have to come back during the day, guys, and do walk-arounds.
Hey, look, there's another 7-Eleven. They're making us into liars now. We said all the 7-Elevens are gone.
No, we didn't say all of them.
Every single one in town.
We said all of yours and my regular ones are gone.
That's true, yeah. There's not so many in the East End anymore. They're all kind of...
To my apartment on Tuesday, the 16th. Woo! That's going to feel weird, honey.
You're coming up on our left.
Maple Leaf Gardens. Or more, what's left of Maple Leaf Gardens. This was the hockey rink, the concert hall, the everything of Toronto. It has now been converted into a Loblaws in order to protect the building. And the Sports Athletic Center for one of the colleges. Ryerson?
Yeah. That's where the Toronto Maple Leafs played their home games.
So the rink still exists as part of the Sports Center. but all the seating and everything is gone, and the Loblaws is here as part of it. It's funny because I went up there when I first got back. We have yet to try these guys because I don't know if they got gluten free or not. But since we got back, I went up in there and I figured out where my seat for the Culture Club concert was. It's just outside the front opening of the LCBO.
Appropriately enough.
The liquor license board, yeah. Tell me about it, yeah. Please leave me home. Yes, everyone send Jedi Senshi some love. She's starting a whole new life.
All right.
Where's the streetcars?
There's one a few blocks up ahead. I'm not seeing one coming in this direction. Oh, actually, there is one up there coming in this direction.
Okay. Does it look like one of the new ones?
I can't tell.
Or one of the older ones?
I just see the little blue lights up top of the sign. Who's the only one?
More churches, more churches.
Churches. The city's full of churches.
Yes, yes, it is. Yes, there's a lot of parks and green space. You know, for a city, much like New York, there's a lot of parks and green space.
Yep.
Okay. Clear up, focus, clear up.
Oh, it's a big one too.
What?
Yeah. Have they now completely gotten rid of all the...
Well, no, that doesn't make sense.
It can't be.
Well, they said they were only getting rid of the original rockets. Did they get rid of the other ones? Well, they are kind of small for the rate the city's been growing.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, these used to all be estate houses. And they're now broken down into apartments and businesses. And that's cool that they saved that. All the houses where the original 6 teams in the U.S. have been torn down. Really? Oh, man. That's wrong. Vaccines rolling out fast in Ontario. Yes. Looks like 59 and under maybe in June. That is pretty fast. Cabbagetown! Cabbagetown, aptly named because a majority of the settlers in Cabbagetown were from Ireland, and apparently it was a big deal to grow cabbage because it's really easy to grow cabbage in Ireland. It's one of those native plants, and they would have cabbage gardens in their front yards when Cabbagetown was established. So they got nicknamed Cabbagetown because of the Irish and their cabbages. Not their potatoes, their cabbages. Now you want to know. Now you see why I want to move to Canada, honey. Come Toronto way.
Yep.
You know, live in a borough at first. I recommend. Like, don't even try to live in the downtown core. But transit system's really effective. Yeah, when you first move here, it's not wise unless you're coming from like downtown New York type thing. It's not really wise to move right into the downtown core. But I mean, there's whole areas of North York. There's East York. They're all very convenient to the downtown core. If you've got a little bit more budget, places like Riverdale, they've got some really nice places. They've got some lower income housing too, but the waiting list is usually huge, and it'll go to Canadians first. So after you get your status, if you want to save just some money and move into the core, you can go for that kind of housing. I grew up a good chunk of my life in that kind of housing, so some of these neighborhoods are better than others, but they're all pretty Canadian, as they put it. Going to have to announce my retirement to my supervisor really soon. Oh, you looking forward to it? So, Martin, what say you?
I say we say our fond farewells to our
We
viewers
need
for the
somewhere to
night.
park,
We need somewhere to park. Okay, I would find somewhere to park.
somewhere to stop.
Oh, we're going down Parla, right? So
We are going down Parliament.
outside the distillery district.
Chill, you're gonna have to come do stuff with us. You're gonna get bored if you don't. Gonna make you into a Jade Dragon, and Martin. I think Martin should get back into Klingon. What do you think, Martin?
Oh, I'd love to.
You want to don the forehead again? Make you a new forehead?
The wig still exists. We just have
It
to
does.
pull the old forehead off of it and make a new one.
Yeah, because the old forehead doesn't move.
No, it's kind of crunchy, old 25-year-old
Old latex.
latex.
We can use dragon skin this time.
We can,
So, Katie, we're gonna have to keep him busy now. You know that, right? Because without Toronto Track, you know, and we're just gonna have to keep him busy. See, there's another place that's converted better. Old houses all being saved. I mean, there's some stuff that's being torn down right now that really shouldn't. But when the owners of a building neglect that building, no matter how, historical it is, sometimes the best thing to do is put it out of its misery. Looking forward to going back like warts and herpes. Oh, chill. Harold. Mister. So this is a good time as Martin figures out where he's going to pull over so we can both finish off with you guys. This is a good time to remind everyone a $5 award and or a $5 sponsor, minimum $5 sponsorship will get you included in the next story, which will be all Irish folklore. Irish folklore. And then we also have the Car Hunger COVID costume contest, which will be happening soon on the 20th. And go ahead. All the information and rules are on a post on our apps. Scroll on down, find the post. There's a big picture with kind of like I think I picked an orangey yellow background for it because I thought, why not?
Lots of photos of people in costumes.
Yep. Oh yeah. This was wasn't this a generator building? It was a hydro building.
This was
it's now a police station.
Or not Union
Gas. Oh, gas. That's right.
Gas. One of the gas.
It's now a police station. It's not that type of broadcast.
We're gonna turn down here and come over next to the distillery district.
Yeah, so we did the button and the pin and the magnet for you guys, but it's not that kind of broadcast. It's on our store. Mm-hmm. You're getting better at saying that. I am. And then it's going to be over with, and I'll have no reason to say it, and it'll be very upsetting.
Oh, the Car Hunger COVID costume contest?
Yeah. Katrina just gave us an upgrade to Wi-Fi award. Yay! Thank you. Yeah, just like that, folks. Katrina just demonstrated for you. It's your, not your. Oh, yeah. It's yo. Upgrade yo Wi-Fi award. Oh, sorry, I put my finger over the camera accidentally. Did not mean to do that.
Oh. Stop right here.
Right here.
Right next to the distillery district, which you've been to before.
It's hard to see the sign now because the lights are right in the camera. Yeah. Moral buildings. Wasn't what I wanted to give you, but it works.
Yeah.
There's a few that are like $5, so or if you do a couple back to back that are like $2 or whatever. Mumble mouth when you both tried the first time. Yes, well.
It was a little cumbersome to say.
Can you hold it?
Yeah.
Oh, now
the mirror's
in the way.
The camera's too high.
Can you hold it? Hold it. My arm is like. Oh,
I bet it is. Yeah.
Stretch.
Oh, stretch. Get out of the system. Yeah.
Stretchy. All right. So,
okay, folks.
I'm going to ask Pablo on the email whether or not we want to re-release the store on Monday. I'd love for him to be there because, we've got some HAPS products and stuff, and they've been really good about us making finances off their logo. And we've had a few people ask if we, do special items. So it would be a good time for them to see what people are interested in when it comes to items. But we don't do patches or hats or anything like that. So if someone out there has got like a machine that does that kind of thing, this would be a good idea. And if you don't want to start your own store, but you want to sell a few things, we have no problems, especially if you're in Canada, because the conversion would be a bit of a pain. Remember, those prices that you're seeing on our store are Canadian. So you Americans are spending less money when you buy from us.
30% less.
So like $100 item is actually 70?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Give or take. Yeah.
So there you go. Back to drywall. Okay. Let's stay around long enough here, dude. Come on.
Yeah, really.
But yes. So there you go, everyone. We would love to keep going and do all these great things. We're a little frustrated, so we're sorry about the whole story thing. So we will have to re-release it. We're going to aim for Monday, and make sure there you look at the information on the costume contest, and it's a $5 sponsorship or award to be included in the storytelling, and that's where we assign you a character, or in some cases you're going to be able to pick the character, and we do the story. I'm assuming you guys can see because we've got the 4 little corners, but I'm thinking the 4 little corners is more or less restricted to that simply because when you bring someone else on, the whole thing moves up. Okay, so I'm assuming you can see us more than just an eye because I'm looking where the corners are. It's like right there.
That would be bad.
Yeah, that would be bad. Do you want to hold that away a little bit? Away? A little bit further away.
Have a mirror getting on?
There, that's better.
That should help, yeah.
That's better. Can't read worth beans because I don't have my glasses with me, but that's better. So we're going to head back home. Actually, we're going to call our possible new landlord and see whether or not we're going to pop over there tonight to sign something. And if so, then we have a new place to live. But we will definitely talk to you guys soon. Remember, respect yourself more than anyone else can, and everything will be fine. Self-respect, self-love is so important. So important.
Yeah.
So you're good. Okay, good. Night,
Nice.
night, Harold.
Good night, Harold.
So hey, Martin. Why don't you say goodbye, Martin?
Goodbye, Martin.
There we go. There we go. So everyone, take care of yourself. Remember, you can get a hold of us on PMs and DMs, whatever you want to say, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, anything that has a messenger service. Those are 3 we look at the most, though. By all means, feel free to use them. And all those, same ID, Car Hunger, CARR.
HUNGER.
And same with online, it's Car Hunger at carhunger.com, same kind of thing. CARR.
HUNGER.
Okay, just don't forget my second R. Remember, he's got one in there too, okay?
That's right, yeah.
All right, folks, take care of yourself, and we'll talk to you all later. And remember, behave and stay safe because we're out and about, no video. Just us saying goodbye.
Yep.
Bye-bye, guys and gals, everything in between.
Yeah.
Just never know. Later.